We live. All right, all right. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy. Can't wait till it's legal. Grow live stream number 22. Really nice, fun show today. Shout out to the chat, everybody that's in there. We got some great topics for you today. Right now, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna start with World's One Shot on in the garden right now.
Garden's looking good. We're about day, I think it's like 23, 24 in flowering. So we're just starting. We just got our stretch off, starting to go into pre-bud. Got heavy phosphate going on. But other than that, we're right on track. Just cloned everything late, way late. But other than that, Mendo breasts are right on point. Males are getting all cloned and gonna run all those versus each other here soon. But yeah, everything else is looking on point.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. All right, who we got next over here? I think we got Photon. What you got going on, Photon?
What's up, man? Just rolling a blunt right now. Dude, I fucking drove for 8 hours today. I drove down to Portland to this big 100-watt or 100 light greenhouse grow, and took PPFD data all over their greenhouse. They're running Lumatex Power Harvest. I was actually pretty impressed with the output of that light. I was pretty disappointed with the 315 ceramic metal halides we tested. I can go over that data later. But then the guy bought 80 fixtures, 500 watt fixtures for me of my the white lights that I carry. So pretty happy about that.
Congrats on that, brother.
Yeah. Shout out to Kurt and Pat.
Yeah, congrats.
I gave him a Trichome. I gave him a Trichome chaser sticker and shit too. So shout out to those guys if you're listening.
All right. That's what's up. That's right. So what's going on over there, Lucky?
What's going on, guys? My voice is killing me.
A little sickness going on, huh?
Yeah, I don't think I can shake it, but we'll survive. I like the fucking hockey mask, dude.
Yeah, bro. You know, I figured, what's up? I might as well do something. No, man. So we got my man Josh Stephen up in the house. Hey, good to see you, Josh. What you got going on over there, Josh? What you want to talk about a little bit tonight? What you got going on?
The garden's going good here. We got the Blue Magoo. Starts that we put in have just taken off, and really just because I'm working with plant counts, I'm letting them get a little bigger. Not going to let it go crazy like last cycle, but I've got to get my canopy filled in with a lot fewer plants than I've been working in the past out of the Arab compliance. So I'm real happy with things. The plants are really responding to the new compost layer, kind of really trying to work on my humus layer for the cycles to come. So that's kind of my focus, is really building that humus layer.
Oops, look like we lost SoCal. We lost a few people, looks like.
Okay.
Sorry about that, fellas. My mic was muted. Still getting used to it. I haven't hosted it in a while. So, hey, everybody in the chat. Hey, what's up, bud, man? Everybody in the chat, bear with me. I ain't hosted in a while. Hey, but Josh, that kombucha, man, you were saying, we was talking a little bit earlier. You were saying you got it's you're about almost ready, right?
Yeah, man, we've had two successful good big batch ferments, and we've kegged them up, and we've got the whole facility kind of primed and ready. We had our fire department inspection earlier this week, and that went good. And so now we're just I've got a lab test. It's got to happen on Monday to ensure that our alcohol levels are below 0.5%. And then when that happens, we get our final Department of Agriculture inspection, and it's fucking on. And we're stockpiling it. So we're excited because we're going to be the only kombucha brewery this side of the Cascades in our state. So we're ready to hedge the market.
That's what's good, up, man. I'm real happy for you, man. I'm real happy for you, bro. I really hope that really works well for you guys. And last but not least, oh no, we got Monster, but we'll wait on Monster. Hey, hi, guy. For his high guy.
Hello.
For his man. How your garden doing, bro? You working on some projects, man? How's school going?
School sucks. Nah, I mean, school. But I did find my fucking my tent's rearing and it's up and ready to go. I got a little video of it up on Instagram. Got the kiddie pool tip all wrapped up and looks pretty clean. Looks a lot better than the first time I did it. So probably tomorrow I'm gonna drop my Blue Dream clones straight from the solo cups into the 10-gallon pots, and they're gonna just explode. You get some pretty great growth with sub-irrigated planting. I've never grown hydroponic, but specifically Blunt Thumb has informed me that from his experience, you get relatively similar vegetative growth just with that constant access to water. So, yeah, I'm excited. I'm not building anything anymore. I'm finally back to what we do best.
Hey, I'm happy for you, man. I hope it works out. I know if I know you, man, that's gonna work out real good. So, I'm gonna go ahead. Monster was busy here dropping the chat on something right now. Cal, go ahead, bro. What you got going on? So, Cal, see you jump back in.
Yeah, can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
What you got going on? I think so, Cal. I think you got something you want to announce today, dude, right?
Yeah, I do. But first of all, I'm having all kinds of connection problems. So if you guys lose me, I'll try to join, jump back in. But the garden's going good. There's nothing really crazy to update as far as, it's growing, it's growing. It's there. No problems. It did get a little bit out of hand, kind of stretched a little more this time than it did last time. I don't know why, but probably just, I don't know, I changed my photo periods a little bit, so I think that might have something to do with it. They were in the dark for 24 hours, and not something I usually do, but I changed it, and it worked out. Want to say hi to Joshua Steensland, if I say that right. The first time I ever was been on a chat with you and been able to talk to you.
Yeah, man, it's a pleasure.
Yeah, you too. And I do. And I have a giveaway going on, so anybody who's in chat right now, tune in your ear real quick because I'm going to be giving away some LED glasses, probably about 9:30 or 10 tonight, Pacific Standard Time. And basically, their Grow One is the brand of glasses, and it just helps you be able to see your plant, the color it is under LED, so that way the purple, doesn't throw you for a loop when you're looking for a deficiency or something like that, or different colors, not just purple. But so the way you're going to want to enter that is you're going to want to share the stream. And when we pick the winner around 9:30 or 10, if we find out you haven't shared the stream, we're just going to go on to the next person. It's going to be really easy though. Just share the stream and pick a number. So down in the comment section, just put that you shared it and just pick a number. 1 through 1,000 will do. And whoever's closest to that, no matter if you're over it or below it, whoever's closest will win. Just make it real simple. And that's about it.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Oh, real quick shout out. Sorry, real quick shout out to Grow Mouse. He had me on a stream this morning and just learned a ton. I mean, shout out to Photon and Wookie as well. I mean, they helped me the other day. We talked and they helped me dumb down a lot of stuff too. But was really cool to be invited by Grow Mouse on a stream, and he gave the Trichome Chasers a nice shout out too. So that was cool.
Nice.
That was real nice. That was real nice, man. Shout out to Grow Mouse, man. Hey, shout out to the chat. If anybody's wondering who this is in the hockey mask, yeah, it's your boy. Can't wait till it's legal. You know me. I'm always doing something different. So right now we're gonna jump straight into our topics. Tonight, Monster. We'll catch Monster when he gets back on. First topic we're gonna talk about strain choice. Strain choice. Well, let's talk about the environment. So anybody on the chat want to start off with the environment on it? What strain and the environment is a strain?
Yo, before we start on that, whoever wins SoCal's giveaway tonight, also gonna get a pair of Trichome stickers, Trichome Chaser stickers.
Oh, that's tight.
Hey, that's what's up.
I'll send these to you tonight, SoCal, so you can give them away to whoever.
All right, just put an extra one in there for me. I mean, no big deal.
I will. No, we do.
All right, thanks for other days.
Sold 80 lights today, man.
Oh shit, nice. That's tight. Yeah, I'll do that. Cool. Man.
Well, so Cal, since you might have some issues, some technical difficulties, let's start with you and your environment when you choose a strain.
Okay, so I have 8-foot ceiling, so you know, if I'm going to choose a strain, you know, I also have a tent that's about 7, I think it's 7 feet, a little bit under that. I'm going to choose a strain that, if I am going to choose a strain that stretches a lot and gets tall, then I'm not gonna, you know, I'm definitely going to be watching videos and learning from some people that are really good at training their plant, because you're going to need to train your plant. If you may want to think about lowering your plant count, because the more branches and the longer it grows, the more nodes and the more heads that you're going to have. And sometimes when you have a huge plant, you can get it to fill the space as, you know, quite a few smaller ones. So just something to think about. If you're going to go with a strain that has a lot of stretch, and make sure you check the stretch time. You know, and it does vary a little bit, but yeah, check that, and then just know that if it's going to be something that stretches and gets tall, you're going to have to train a lot. So, you know, for the newer growers.
That's what's up. So full time, when you choosing a strain, man, what's your environment choice that you choose? Full time. All right, Photon stepped away. Hey, Lucky, what you got, bro? When you're choosing your strains, what type of environment do you normally rock with when you're choosing a strain? Or what strain? Like when you look at your strain, you think of an environment you want to do? Because you know, not all strains. You know, some strains are really picky.
Well, I mean, ideally, I'd like to run a monocrop. I've got a small tent, 4x4. So, I mean, running all kinds of different strains is probably not smart for me, especially while I'm new. But you know, I'm still basically learning, so I'm flipping these plants early because I'm afraid of them getting too big. But you know, ideally, I like to just, you know, put plants under a scrog net or under a trellis, just because I know I can control height. But that's pretty much it, man. I mean, I'm flipping shit right away just because I don't know my environment that well just yet. Maybe next year I can kind of get a little bit fancier and get some real genetics.
Cool. Sometimes you got to do a run to see what what you're working with, right? So you can.
Well, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to do different styles of grow for my first few. So like my very first grow was just 3 plants. 2 of them were male. 1 of them was female, and it was a 3-gallon pot. I just let it grow naturally. My second grow, I put my plants under a trellis, and that worked out great. The only thing that I didn't like was that I couldn't move my pots around. So it's something that I wouldn't recommend if you're new, because you're going to want to pull your plants out of your tent. You're going to want to you're going to want to have the freedom of kind of manipulating your plants a little bit more. This one, I'm getting ready to flip. I've got 6 plants in there, and I'm gonna let them go. I'm gonna just let them go natural this time.
Yeah, if you're kind of just starting out too and don't want to scrog because you don't want to, or you want the freedom to be able to move your plants, I actually drill holes around the outside of my pot, and then I'll tie my plant down to the rim of the pot to kind of spread it out instead of a scrog net sometimes. Well, I guess one of my plants I do that, my other one, but
so that's what you were doing yesterday.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell you. Yeah, when I was drilling in the fucking pot, yeah.
I was like, what the hell is he doing?
Have you ever seen anybody put like string and then like a fish weight at the bottom of the string? And
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, a lot of people do that with like really, really lengthy OGs outside, because you don't want to crop them super hard outside because, you know, you got rain, wind, heat, everything else. So use that fishing line to kind of make them fight against it with that weight on the end. They just pop a little bit, but it also pulls them out so they can grow outwards versus upwards.
Yeah, well, what's cool about it too is a lot of times when you go to water, like if you have it tied to your pot, which I do, you hit that with your hand, and then all of a sudden it jerks that branch, and you're like, dang it, it almost broke the damn branch. So I don't use the weights. I just tie it to the pot. I just be careful, but.
One thing I really like to use is actually just straight Gorilla Tape. You take a leaf and just take the very tip of the leaf and just tape it to the side of the pot. That way, if it starts to grow, it's either the leaf's gonna rip, the tape's gonna let go, or it's just gonna straight grow right out of it. Either way, it's still like pulling against the stalk and actually almost doing it's almost super cropping itself. You can actually see the knuckles forming and it trying to bust itself up just from the resistance from the tape. That's one trick that I really like to use, like with OG Kush breath, because it's so freaking slow. Really just grow it about 8 inches tall, pull that guy completely sideways, and then you start pulling the middles out completely sideways, and then you let it go.
Yeah, so this is what I do if I got a stretchy plant right here. That's it. Just straight blue light.
There you go. Keep it squat.
Blue light stunts vertical growth pretty much in its tracks. I mean, if you got a plant that's looking unruly, get a blue light, put it next to it, and it'll start growing horizontally. So yeah, I keep this panel around just in case of that. I'll just hang it next to a plant for a while, stunt the growth, and then let the other plants catch up, and then take it off. But
sweet tip.
I've also noticed I feel like the plants come out more frosty if I use this for like a week or so, like towards the end of flower.
Nice.
Hey, so we're a one shot, man. So what type of environment you choose? We're a one shot. What type of environment you choose are you very strain specific? You multi-strain? What type of environment you choose?
I can do it all. I do greenhouse, outdoor, indoor. I do lots and lots and lots of different strains. I do run full rooms of singles. I do run just straight rooms of every single thing different and see how they go. Just kind of, well, I just try to tailor my room to, like, for instance, if I've got 40 strains, I'm not going to run them all in 20 fucking gallon pots. I don't really have enough room for that. So I'll just run them in like 1 gallons or 5 gallons and run them small first, see how they react, kind of high stress them a bit, hang up genetically to see if they're going to hurt me or not. And then from there, I'm like, okay, this was either ran the best it could have been ran, or it wants to be ran again, or is it just not even fucking worth it? So if it is worth it, then I'll round up my bests and then run those all versus each other. But I mean, just straight low stress training where you're trying to keep the whole. I've got one room right now that's got like a bunch of different techniques. One of them, like, because the plant, you just kind of go off what the plant's working with. You go off each individual structure. Obviously, if you're popping seeds and you're popping something that's an indica sativa hybrid, and you start ending up with phenos that are more indica and ones that are more sativa, you can tell by growth rate. You're like, oh, this one's grown slow as a motherfucker, and then this one's kind of OG-ish, like this one's actually got some good girth behind it, good growth rate. Okay, so the small guy, more than likely, is probably not going to, when you flip it, it's probably not going to go ape shit. But the other one is probably going to go more. So you can actually even CalFOS pre-flip them, just the tall guys, and they won't stretch quite as much as the small guys, and you can actually have the smaller guys catch up when you're doing natural structures. You can also rock your Strog nets and just keep pulling them out. Just keep putting your hand underneath that net, pushing those sideways, and just have it start filling the net up, fill that whole net up, and just try to have it stop pretty much the last few days of flower. So it's a few inches of stretch if it's a super fucking crazy strain. But other than that, I mean, like, if you grow on Casey Jones is like an 8-time stretch. You flip a 1 foot tall, it ends up like fucking 8 feet. Like, you have to grow that thing sideways indoors. You're like, even if you you could just top the holy hell out of it and just keep on it, but you're just not going to get the yield you want. But again, if your plants are stretching super, super crazy and they're trying to go past your hoods, or they're not staying with your other ones, because you want a valley. That's the natural, like, good penetration for plants. That's how the light spectrum they like. They don't want gaps, and they don't want plants that are taller than others. They want a nice flat canopy so they can penetrate evenly. So that's what you're trying to do, like a flat canopy.
Show you some.
So even if you got to put bigger plants in the back and then slowly.
You're in no-till, Josh. So Josh, what type of environment? Are you strain specific? Are you kind of like limited to when you do no-till with your strains in the environment?
So far, I mean, I haven't come across any, or I can't even think of any limitations that no-till would have on whatever strain we have or are choosing. And to be honest with you, my reasons are fairly boring, and it's typically always flowering time. That's the only thing I really consider, because I want to turn or burn as many crops a year as I can. And I know that's kind of boring and sounds a little money grubbing, but that's what it's about here. You know, I want to burn as many crops as I can. I don't have time to hunt, trying to crop out. So that's my primary concern. Now, I do take a secondary concern is the actual genetics themselves. You know, if it's a played out strain or just something that everybody's sick of, then I won't take it on. But for the most part, if it's a short flowering time and it comes from healthy stock, I'm on it.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Hey, shout out to Low Key, newest member we got going on. Hey, and before I ask Low Key how his environment is, I wanted to give a shout out to my man Lucky. I don't think we did that shout out to Lucky when he joined the Trichome Chaser. So everybody show Lucky some love. He's been rocking with us for a while now, so wanted to make sure we get that out today. That Lucky been rocking with the Trichome Chasers for a while. So shout out to Lucky.
Appreciate that,
Lucky.
Also, THC Wavy. We
Oh yeah,
promised
that's
we'd
right.
shout him out.
THC Wavy too. Yeah, you right. THC Wavy he's not on tonight. You right, SoCal.
Fuck's my
But
shout
Low-Key,
out.
man, what kind of environment you choose, Low Key?
Yo,
Yeah, brother. What type of environment and what type of strain? Do you choose your strain to your environment or your environment towards your strain?
I don't. I just randomly choose a strain. Sometimes it doesn't work out in my environment, and I find out later on because I gotta grow it first.
Yeah, I'm kind of lucky on that one.
Yeah, so it's like I won't know what it's gonna grow like until I try it. I've never seen. I can't tell how it's gonna grow for me and someone else. I've seen other people grow strains and it worked out totally different than it worked out for me. So I'll grow it out and I'll see if it's a plant that needs to be grown alone or if I could do different strains with it. If it grows similar to another strain, I might do it. But mostly I try to do a monocrop.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So, hi, guy, what you got going on, man? What do you? Are you the same?
I don't have very much room. I have to monocrop. But yeah, no, I'm with Josh, like flowering times for sure. At least until I get a bigger flowering room or another 4x4 tent. So I can dedicate one to like fun strains, like fun sativa strains, like the 14-week flowers and shit. But, like can't support, being able to pay, like keeping the grow paying for itself on 14-week sativas, you know what I mean? Because even if I grow it, everybody wants indicas in the first place. So
Yeah.
It's a niche market. It's, I grow it for me.
Yeah.
I'd love to be able to do some of those Malawi strains. Some of those are even 16-weekers, but you're going to find a cannabinoid profile in there that you've never, ever had before, and it's going to knock your fucking socks off. And nobody's going to be able to touch it.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
I'm not doing. I'm not flowering nothing for 16 weeks.
Yeah, see, like it scares people away, man. It's like that
I don't
double
know.
time.
If it's good medicine, it's good medicine. I'll wait 15 weeks for good medicine.
Yeah,
Josh,
it's the length of time, and then you typically get a reduced yield as well. So it's like a double whammy if you're really like doing it for as a cash crop. I'd love to have a sativa room. I mean, I would just be fucking so happy with that. To pick some of those really long running strains that most of us don't even get a chance to try.
It's another really nice thing about running multiple flower rooms is if you're running, say, like a 16-week sativa, you can flip that one room, flip the next room, like as soon as that one of the 8-weekers finished, and then move the sativa that's 8 week into your new finished flower room and just kind of stick them in the corner because he's going to kind of fucking take over anyway.
Hey, anybody
Not really good either.
has anybody grown out Jack Herrera? Just curious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I grew up.
Once. Yeah.
Is that unruly? I got a clone of that. Is that a problem? plant?
It's a sativa. It grows kind of like train wreck.
Yeah, it was kind of picky for me, like nutrient wise too. But I mean, it cloned well and it yielded well. So
Yeah, she's a fat yielder for sure.
Yeah.
It needs Durban poison. If you are having Durban poison, you are sending it to High Guy. That is what you are doing.
Are you looking for the Mendo cut or the pure sativa cut? You're looking for the pure indica growth pattern that's a pure sativa high with high THCV, or are you looking for the sativa with high THCV?
I'm looking for
some
medicine
bro.
to go to the gym.
I like the Mendo cut, honestly, because it still puts on buds as big as the sativa does, but you can control it no problem. Like it only stretches like 30%.
How do you know how different cuts stretch and grow? Have you grown it, or are you just talking about from what you've seen?
I've grown a lot of fucking
A lot of
bro.
times the breeders will give you plenty of information about your phenos. So if you're able to spot the pheno, you can tell how it grows.
That's the thing. So they'll give you information about the pheno, but off of a pack information, like I'll get a pack and it'll say it stretched 70%. That's not true.
Sometimes
Well, it
it does.
depends.
I'm with Loki on
It
that
depends
one.
on if you're
Yeah,
doing
that's
like
up to
a
genetics,
Up
man.
to 70. Up to 70. It's not 70. It's up to 70.
well,
Yeah.
that's also what the breeder's expecting. You're obviously going to get more indica, more sativa phenos.
That's a wide gap, bro.
But
Yeah,
you-
I mean,
0 to 70,
that's just a
like-
fucking guess on like random
guess.
mutations in genetics, you know.
That's another reason why you don't go like they say. Oh, this is an 8-week strain. Okay, that shit might not be done at 8. It might even be done at 6. You don't know. It all depends on how indica it is or how sativa it is and what pheno you picked. If the pheno that you picked was handed you in a clone form in hand, the grower has already cloned it, already grown it. He's gonna be like, hey, this does this. This grows purple. This grows whatever, and he's going to hopefully have a few tricks for you. If not, look on the forum. People fucking do everything. But then again, you just use your basic experience. You just kind of line them up. You know, wider leaf patterns are more indica and more like really long, skinny leaves are more your sativas. But then again, you look at node structure. There's just a bunch of things you can look at. But the first 2-3 weeks are going to tell you pretty much everything you need to know. If it stops stretching the first week, it's obviously more sativa. If it keeps stretching into week 3-4, it's definitely more sativa. A lot later.
I have a 2046. I haven't popped it yet, but according to the breeder seeds, according to them, man, a lot of them, man, they go like 1 to 2 weeks in veg and then they flip it because they say the stretch can be up to 300%. Now, I technically wouldn't know that for myself until I grow it. You know what I'm saying? But they're saying that stretch it can get as high as 300% on the stretch.
Right. Yeah, and that's what I read too. And it's a lot, but it is what it is. You know, that's what I read too. But I mean, it is a lot, but it is what it is.
Well, Casey Jones does 100% stretch. It stretches 8 times its height. So you, like I said, you put a 1-footer in and it ends up over 8 feet.
Somebody give me one of these fucking strains.
GML's got a good point in chat right here. The distance from the light is going to make a difference too. So if your light, it's not going to have light, it's going to stretch more. You know, so
the distance from the light and the light spectrum is going to make a huge difference.
I got a question.
Absolutely.
I got these alien rifts. They're about a foot, maybe 18 inches. Should I flip them now? Because I don't want to end up with some 10-foot plants. Like what?
Are they seeds or are they clones?
Seed.
If they're seeds, they need to sex themselves before you flower
They've
them.
already sexed themselves. That's why I got 6 left.
Yeah, what I would recommend is the 2 things. Either you just wait until they sex, or you clone them, and then you can put just one arm of that clone in 12 and 12, and then a week or 2.
Did you just say you already sexed them?
Yep, I sure did.
Yeah. So, yeah, flip them, dude. Fuck it. You know what I mean? They're like, yeah, wait a couple days. You've only been vegging for 18 days. Wait like 2 weeks.
No. I didn't say I've been vegging for somebody might double it up. I'm hearing myself. I don't like my own voice.
I think
Hello? Hello?
Is that better?
Yeah, I didn't say I was vegging for 18 days. I said it's about 18 inches tall.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So-
dude, I'd probably flip it. Well, is it just one cola or like have you topped it?
No. It's a bushy. My rifts are bushy. It's just I wanted to bush them out a little more. But with the stretch you guys are talking about.
More than likely, that height, it's going to be pretty close to being sexed, so it probably does have enough energy you could flower it. If it's 18 inches tall, because, I mean, a normal plant that's about 5 weeks old is from seed. Mine, well, I pound my light on it, but They're pretty much ready to go into a 1 gallon pot. Well, they've been into a 1 gallon probably about right around 12 inches with about probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably 10 nodes on them.
I usually flip mine if I know it's going to be somewhat of a stretchy strain. I flip mine around 18
No,
to
that's what I'm asking. I don't
24
know
inches.
if it's a stretchy strain, so I'm asking you guys, like, is it?
Well, if you
Has anyone had a-
hop on the Ocean Grown site, they give a nice. They'll tell you about some of the different phenos and about some different stretches and stuff like that. They're pretty good at describing it.
Loki, another good little trick you can also do is you take your seed and you clone it, and like you say, you can veg it however big you want. You pretty much make it a mother. You clone the mother, and then you can run the clones, and you can run them however big you want. You can flip them at fucking 12 inches, 18 inches, 27 inches, and see what they do. But then again, you're not just relying on just all that on your seed. Either way, though.
I was just asking if anyone had their own opinion with their own experience. That's with that strain. That's all I was asking.
In rev, it's probably going to stretch about 1.5 times.
I haven't grown it yet, so I really wouldn't be able to tell you what the alien rift does. Somebody in the chat said to go ahead and flip it because they do get tall.
Okay.
So I don't know if that would be something, but they said go ahead and flip it because those alien rifts do get tall.
All right, cool.
All right, so we got my man Photon over here. I know he's been chiming in on the topic, but we really haven't heard how he chooses his strain to his environment.
Honestly, the strains choose me, man. I don't really go out hunting for anything. I just got a couple buddies that are kind of in the industry, and every once in a while I'll just get a new strain. And they all just thrive in the environment I already have, so I don't really have to change much ever. I keep my clone and veg area around 77 to 80 degrees, 60% humidity. Then I keep my veg area at like 55% humidity at 77 degrees. And then my flower tents are also 77 degrees at like 40 to 45% humidity. And I run a staggered scrog too, so I run different strains in the same scrog, like in different weeks, and I just pull them out as needed and kind of be careful around the scrog. But I mean, I know a lot of people are like scared to do that, but they're pretty tough plants, man. You can manhandle them pretty good, and yeah, no, my plants are looking fucking great.
I know that's right.
So I went to this.
Grandmaster wants me to make him a moderator, brother. I really am learning how to do that shit, man. So if it might take me a little bit to figure out how to make you a moderator, Grandmaster. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What were you saying now?
Talking to me?
Yeah.
So I went to this commercial grow down in Portland today, and like went into their flower room and was like, man, I grow better weed than this. And then like as I was leaving, I showed the guy like my jar of weed that I just grew, and then like he immediately texted me after. He's like, hey, let me price out 80 fixtures. So he wants 80 of my 500 watt fixtures. They actually outperformed the 1,000 watt HPSs that he was running. So,
That's
pretty happy about that. Spent like 6 hours down there doing data acquisition around this whole facility.
That's what's up. Yeah.
Yeah, man, you can't lie with that spectroradiometer. I mean, it's good for what it's good at measuring, and for even across like trying to scale it, like say, like I know you were mentioning earlier, it may not be the best at measuring efficacy, but scaled between, if it says the efficacy of your light versus an HPS light and yours is higher, and you have the conversion factor for, your spectrum, you just can't argue with numbers.
Yeah, and it's not even really efficacy at that point. It's we're taking PPFD data, so it's, photosynthetic photons.
You just divide it by the watts, essentially. So
yeah, per square meter per second. So in the PPFD data, yeah, the 500 watt panels that I'm running right now outperformed the 1,000 watt HPS, but the Illumatex 585 watt fixtures outperformed both of them by a little bit. Not too much. I actually have all the data here if you want to go over it later. I know we're doing introductions right now, but
No, yeah, I'm sure we'll nerd on like the data of it later. I just don't like that small footprint or that small form factor of that LED light you were talking about, especially for it costing anywhere from, you know, $850 to $1,200.
which one?
That's what I reminded. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Which one? The Illumatex?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a expensive ass fixture. Yeah, it's I mean, it's not one I'm selling, but it's the one they had. You know, they had 100 of them in there, and they're pretty good. But it's just, I mean, it's a red and blue spectrum too. So the PAR's kind of skewed over to the red side, which is the low energy side. So yeah, the efficacy of the 500 watt fixtures, I would bet it's higher than the Illumatex.
Word. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if that facility specifically, you know, kept some of those Lumentex ones and then ran another environment.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. They're keeping the 100 they have and then building another greenhouse right next to it. It's a little bit smaller and getting 80 of the 500 watt fixtures from me and running them right next to each other.
Cool. Yeah, no, because that'll be good data for us.
Yeah, on a large scale for sure. And then they have 315 watt ceramic metal halides and the dual ended 630s in their veg area. And I was surprisingly disappointed with the 315s. So we'll get to that later, I guess.
And I want to remind everybody in chat, if you haven't shared, if you want to get a chance to win the LED glasses, then share this stream and pick a number. Don't pick a number yet, but I'll let you know when to pick the number. But right now, share the stream because we're gonna go and make sure you shared it.
Plus some badass Tirchome Chaser stickers.
And some badass Tirchome stickers.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Throw that out there. All right, Grandmaster Level, you should be rocking. You are now officially a moderator. All right, so I think we covered that topic really well. My man, like SoCal shouted out. He got. Don't forget, you guys. Like SoCal said, he's got that giveaway going. We're gonna do that giveaway here. What, about a half hour, SoCal?
Yeah, we'll say at 9:30. We'll go ahead and have everybody pick a number. How about that?
Yeah, hey, however you want to do it, brother. However you want to do it. Let's rock it.
I got the random number generator thing up. So.
All right. Let's see. 12 o'clock.
I've been streaming for half an hour.
Well, let's just go ahead and go down to this next topic we got here. We got a topic right now we want to discuss, and let's see. And then on this topic, we'll talk. We'll have the panel shout out. What they got, but then maybe we'll get a few ideas from what people out in the chat say as well. Let's talk about how to use reflective wall covering to your buds and yield. SoCal, baby, this was your topic, man. Let's go ahead and start off with you first, brother. What do you got going? And then there was somebody else that was in the chat before we started that was had some really good info in that. So let's go ahead and who was that had that info that we told to hold off, wait till we ask the question?
I think that was SoCal actually, but he was talking the difference between Mylar and like Panda film.
Yeah, so let's go ahead. SoCal, you go ahead and start it off.
All right. Well, I'm not going to get into like differences between all that because I'm not really. I've seen a lot of people that seem pretty smart talk about how the white is more reflective than everything else, and I can kind of see it too. Like if you have like a foil type, I guess it's Mylar on your walls, you can see spots that are dark. I mean, you can actually see spots that are dark. So I personally, everybody's different, but I use the Orca film and the videos you guys have been seeing on my YouTube channel right now, those are all pre-recorded from like 2-3 months ago. I've upgraded my room a lot since then and put some stuff, you know, I'd rather have that stuff on the walls than not. Because I don't know, you can take it down, you can, you know, put it back, you can put up new stuff back up. And you just, when you put that in your room, you're going to notice your whole room just, I mean, it gets way brighter, way brighter. It's almost like you have to have it.
Yeah, no.
That's what's up.
And even when I was using the Forever Flowering greenhouse top, I was using it up against like a wall in my greenhouse, and I layered Pendafilm on the wall because that's where the sun was reflecting off it. Man, I had to wear glasses walking into that greenhouse. I was like, holy mackerel, this is, yeah, definitely like a good 60% lighter. I was incredibly surprised just by extra adding $25 worth of freaking Pendafilm on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I run the
All right.
like R4 insulation with the silver backing. I know the white's more efficient, but so cheap to run that. Just styrofoam insulation shit with the silver backing on it.
Yeah, I mean, that stuff could definitely be, it could be worse. I mean, I mean, just straight aluminum foil, I feel, is way worse than that. I mean,
Yeah, definitely.
This is in general just kind of suck light. They don't really reflect it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a reflector a little bit, but definitely not as good as like white Mylar, but it's a lot easier to put up for me in my area where I'm at, so that's what I'm running. But I would be running white Mylar in an ideal world.
So Grandmaster, I see Grandmaster stepped into it. Hey, welcome, Grandmaster. Glad to see you. So Grandmaster, what do you think about the reflective Mylar or reflective the Panda paper? What's your idea on that?
I actually just switched back to the old Mylar I used to use. That's like a mirror. So I prefer, like I used to use poly that's completely white, but I really prefer. I've had my best results using Mylar, and I've tried the gridded type of Mylar, and they say it doesn't give you any hot spots. But when I use the mirror stuff, I've never had any problems with any hot spots either. So that's what's worked best for me personally.
A quick chime in without screwing shit up. There's a guy named Mr. Spliff. I don't know if you guys heard of him, but he used to use the Mylar. He swore that it upped Trichome production. He even won. I think if I remember right, he won a Cannabis Cup somewhere too. I
definitely believe you're putting more light on your plant. You're giving it more energy to make trichomes.
No, I mean he used the actual Mylar over. He was saying that over the white.
I used to use poly for years, like literally for a decade I did. And then I just, a guy that had, the same guy who recommended that I match my ppms of feeding to my CO2 also recommended Mylar. And that's from that point on, I tried using it and I have always used it. But I switched to the stuff that wasn't, like to me, when you see a mirror, that to me looks more reflected than a grid, but I know that could be deceiving. But I really have had the best results having like the mirror style Mylar.
Yeah, I was looking at that. You know, Baby J grows a lot with the mirror style, and so does Mr. Michi. They both have that mirror style. And I've been thinking about getting that mirror style, man. But you know, I heard some people were like, you know, they didn't like it because, you know, sometimes it shows like it may seem like it has a crease and it throws your lights off or different things. Like, is that true? So like if you got certain reflective material, and the reflective material has folds in it or certain pieces, does that really throw your lights off?
I believe so.
I agree.
I'm trying to actually find a video or some footage of the stuff that I just put up.
I remember reading somewhere that mirror is more of it eats light instead of dispersing it. Like the mirror can take in the light and actually you lose light from the mirror. It absorbs the light.
Yeah.
I don't remember where I read it, but I remember reading it. I used the white Panda film before also, but the Artec I started using because I needed the insulation also. So it was just like a double positive.
Yeah.
The Artec's a little different though too. Like some of the rolls of foil, the foil-on type stuff that you can get from your hydro stores, those are nice and smooth. You know, and like if you have like some of the reflectors that you see it for lights, I'm not sure what the word is when it's all chopped up and not smooth. So it's
waffled, yeah.
Gridded, yeah, whatever, yeah. That you know what I'm talking about. That I think that's that's made to more disperse light out everywhere, and I don't think so much up and then straight down. So like if you want something more to reflect straight and then come straight back, you're gonna want it more flat. But if it's got more, ridges and stuff in it, it's gonna disperse everywhere. It's gonna refract everywhere.
That's true.
One of the guys in the chat had a good point. The insulation is you're not getting the some of it's not light tight, so you want to make sure you double check it because it flows right through it. There is definitely one out there that's a little bit sturdy and it's layered on both sides that is light tight, but just double check it because I mean, like I've got my 6x12 room and it's completely insulated, the ceiling, the walls, everything. But again, I have to go around the outside of it and panda film the outside of the entire room because it wasn't light tight. But I had to make sure you want to check that shit because you're like, sweet, I got reflector and I'm also going to use this to make walls and insulate and light tight. Just fucking double check everything. Better receive.
This is the gridded stuff that I used for the last 5 years, basically.
Nice.
You can see how it's similar to the shades. It has a grid on it.
Yeah, it's similar to the Artec stuff, or like the gridded Artec.
Like Oregon Bud.
Here's the brand new stuff. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut anyone off. You guys can. Here's the brand new stuff that I just did a reno on this room, and it's a 25,000 watt room, and you can see it's the mirror style. And man, I'm telling you, when I go in there, it hurts my eyes. It's so freaking bright. Like maybe the gridded stuff disperses it more evenly, but when I come into this room, man, it is bright.
There's a couple plants in there. I mean, it's not a lot, but
then I would feel like they would.
I was going to say, whole neighborhood. What's up?
The fucking farm. Man, Garden's a farm.
Damn, I'm start calling you Grandmaster level farm, man. Shit.
Do you know what? This is actually small to what I'm going to be showing coming up here in the next couple months. This facility.
Did he just say small?
Yeah,
say small.
This is SoCal.
Yes,
make sure you tag me in a post. I want to see that.
Hey, can I come live with you, man? I mean, I work.
This room's just getting ready to go into bud, actually. But it wasn't.
I'll pack up right now, man. Come in with you.
Anyways, I don't want to steal the whole show here. I'll let it go back, but I just was kind of.
Nah, but that's good though. We're talking about reflective and what you got, man. I like that. Like you said, so do you wear certain glasses now when you go in the room because of the material that you got since it's so bright?
Well, I like to. What do you call it? Actually do it. Sometimes I do wear glasses, but when I have the Method 7 glasses on, like I don't have as good a vision. Like there's things that I can't see, so I don't always wear them, to be quite honest.
I have to agree.
Yeah. Like I have, my eyes are trained to spot out stuff, and when I have them on, they don't function as well. Just being honest.
Definitely. Oh, and like
I'll be honest with you guys, man.
I feel like
when I had my I didn't
Was
wear
that
my
legal?
glasses.
Was that legal?
Sorry, brother. Yeah.
No, what were you saying, legal?
I was saying, I'll be honest with you. When I was running my HPS, my medical highlights, and I know it's probably bad that I did it, but I didn't wear glasses, man. I mean, I just squinted a little bit, or I'll take that back. When I first started, since I was an iron worker by trade, we always had these glasses that were kind of like slightly tinted, wasn't real dark, so that when you're out there working, or you could wear them under your safety shield if you got a burn, if you're burning something, but you didn't necessarily need the dark ones on. But I'll be honest, man, it's probably a bad move. I'll probably pay for it later, but I didn't wear glasses a lot.
Yeah. You do now, though?
Oh, hell yeah, man. I wear that shit now. To be honest with you, even like LEDs, since I'm running LEDs, that shit fuks with my eyes sometimes, bro.
Yeah, I was talking to Grumhouse about that this morning on his stream. He was talking about, that was one of my questions to him was, is LEDs as bad for your eyes as HPS? And he said a lot of times they're probably worse, but a lot of times they're, so there you go. There's a reflector that's pointing down, so it's pointing away from your eyes. So just being in the room, he said, is not really gonna mess with you. But but if you were like get down in water and then take a look up or something, I mean that
Oh yeah, so, trust me.
Honestly, white isn't going to be too bad for you because your eye is going to respond to it, but a blue, like a 440 nanometer blue, would probably be the worst because your eye's not even going to respond to it. Doesn't even register that there's light going towards it. And then same thing with the red, it barely registers. So your pupil's not gonna constrict, and you just get fully blasted by all the light that's there. But
I don't know.
like in a white cob, your eye responds to the green light, and your pupils contract, and everything's good.
How many welders we got on the panel? How many welders out there either welded or burned? How many of you guys ever done that?
I used to weld out in
Oh, right. You ever got that fucking burn, dude? Have you ever got the burn?
I never have.
I got flash burned so bad one time.
God,
my brother and my dad have. My whole family's in automotive.
That shit
used to be.
Hey, legal. Let me. Can I ask a question here?
Yeah.
I'm looking at my plant, and when you take a top, and you get 2 more shoots that come up.
Yeah.
Is it common? Because of this plant, I got 4. So instead of 2, it's like there's 4 of them.
Is it 4 right off the stem, or
it's not 2
right off the topping? I'm looking at my plant. I'm like, what the fuck is going on with this plant? And it's where I topped it. Instead of there being like two more stems, it's 4. It's weird.
That could be cool.
There's actually a technique called stem that I fucked up I missed. Or fuck I missed.
I think everybody needs to mute the mic for a sec.
3. I think it's only on this plant.
Yeah, I mean, I've never really messed with it.
Have any of you guys seen it or no? Is that odd?
I wouldn't say that's odd. When I top a plant, if there's 4 nodes close to the top, they'll all 4 grow out.
Okay, all right. I was just fucking around with my plants.
Your microphone, mute the stream or something, bro. It's echo.
Yeah, let me mute the stream.
And if anybody's playing their stream, just mute it so that we don't get feedback.
I had an interesting day. What is it? I don't remember what the hell it's called, but my stock, I have one of my chem dox crosses. Then one of my main stalks actually went from like a big old fat stalk, and instead of it doing like a normal branching, the stalk split straight in half and became 2 main colas naturally. Like didn't top it, nothing. I was like, I don't think I've seen that before. But what was the word for it? Let me see. I've got my Instagram right here. What do you call it?
I got good at it, man. That film, I got good at that shit.
I can honestly say I've never really messed with him.
I haven't successfully filmed yet. It always just kind of keeps growing. I don't pinch it hard enough. I'm like, I don't know. I guess I kind of bitch out on it, and it just kind of grows out like normal, just kind of crinkled.
Yeah, don't be afraid to flatten that stock out. Hello?
Yep.
Yeah.
We got you.
Lucky you're still there.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah, I'm here for sure. Somebody got feedback.
If somebody's watching the stream, need to mute it.
I have nothing.
Still echoing.
The moderator should mod each person one by one and see who's
No,
it's not me. Mine's off for sure.
It's Lucky's microphone. I'm watching.
It's Lucky. He's got something going on in the back.
Turn your fucking mic off.
Got Lucky. He's good. We got it. We good.
Yeah, Lucky. Just when you're not talking, just mute your mic, and then when you chime in, just unmute it. You'll be good.
Probably
Right,
had
another
page open. Sorry. I was just gonna say, Lucky, you probably have YouTube on another page open that you can't see on the Trichome Chasers, and the volume's just probably slightly up. That's what always happens to me.
Yeah. So usually always the volume.
I think he's on his phone.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yep, that's Lucky.
One of the moderators can just mute him until he fixes it.
Mute him now.
Oh no, he muted himself. He's got it.
He did himself. Yeah, he did. So before we jump to the next question, what SoCal's gonna have for us, let's go ahead. SoCal, go ahead and shout out to everybody again. It's 12:24. Go ahead and shout out and let everybody know what we're gonna be doing here.
All right, yeah. So we got 6 more minutes, and we're gonna give away the LED glasses. If you haven't seen it, go to my Instagram page, and you can take a look at it. I can put a picture up there. You see what kind they are and all that. We're going to give those away to somebody who gets their number, pick closest to the number that the random generator spits out. You have to make sure that you share this stream. So right now, just take a quick moment, and right underneath, like where the description box is, you'll see where it says add to. Right underneath that, it says share. Just click share, and you can share it to Reddit, Tumblr, Dig, Twitter. I mean, share it to any one of those, and you'll be good to go. And then at 9:30, about 6 minutes, I'm gonna have everybody pick a number, and then we'll run the random number generator, and we'll see who wins, and it's just gonna be that easy.
That's what's up. That's what's up. My man SoCal with the giveaway. That's what's up.
Yeah, something a little to help your eyes. I mean, they're not the best glasses out there. They're not the worst. It's not like wearing nothing. So it's gonna help you see your plants the proper color underneath the light, the LED light.
All right,
Is Monster OG there still?
Sorry. Yeah, he finally done cleaning. He done popped in the chat right now. Where's my damn hat?
What's up?
Oh, I was just seeing if you were there. I hadn't heard you talk yet.
Yeah, I was running the steam cleaner. I got to take this steam cleaner back early in the morning, and I figured we was going to be streaming pretty late tonight, so I might as well knock it out real quick.
I hear you. Oh, sorry.
How much you charge?
Trying to work me, dog.
The carpet's clean, man. Got a baby on the way.
I'm over here sweating.
Since we got you on, you missed a couple of questions, man. Let me get your take on strain choice and environment, man. What do you do? Do you choose your environment or your strain? What do you do? Can you speak on that a little bit? Since we got you before we do the giveaway.
Well, to me personally, bro, I try to find the most dankest shit that I can fucking get my hands on. So that's like at the top of my list, whatever's like, the most fire strain, or what I'm saying, like the new exotic, new exclusive, whatever's available. Those always go to the top of my list. But
hell yeah.
I do like hazes though. I do love hazes. I'm a haze fan, but I definitely can't grow hazes. I just haven't really learned how to grow haze varieties in an indoor room with 7-foot ceilings, 7.5-foot ceilings. It can be a challenge, but I'm sure it can be done. But
yeah, that one's just kind of fun. You got to flip super, super small and then train it and then slow it down. So because it's going to stretch for good like 4 or 5 weeks.
Word.
All right. So the next question that we asked Monster, I want to get your input on is how do you use reflective, if you use it, wall to use to increase buds and yield?
What's your favorite reflective surface?
My favorite is the Mylar. I love the reflectiveness of the Mylar, but I hate working with it. And I think the next best thing next to Mylar is the Artec installation. I think it has pretty good reflective value. Wouldn't you guys think? What do you guys think about the reflective value of Artec?
Yeah, I use the Artec too. I like it.
Word.
It could be a little better, but I also use it.
I think the white Orca film works. Yeah, works better.
Yeah.
It's a nice.
So for what you're using it for, I mean, it's not exactly its intended purpose. I mean, but it definitely does work.
Yeah, it's hard to say that it works better than what I'm doing. When I see other people getting, doing good with it too. So, but
yeah, damn it! Now I'm gonna have to run a test with fucking white.
They're out there, man. They've been out there, and from what I've heard, white's supposed to be the most reflective, but I don't know.
I mean, if I had already insulated walls, I would probably just paint my walls white. I don't think I would put up Artec insulation in a room where it was already insulated. But if I was doing a build out, inside of a shop somewhere or inside of a warehouse, and I put up some walls, then I probably would go with the Artec in that instance, because it serves a double purpose, reflectiveness and also insulation value.
Yeah, that's good shit right there. Yeah.
Damn it, Monster, where were you 6 months ago, man? I fucking
cheap too.
Put up Artec in a room that was already like painted. I could have just painted it white.
Yeah, they did the work for you, bro. All you had to do was just touch it up a little bit.
Right.
Shout out to Grow Mouse in the chat. He decided to join us with his presence. You just wake up, Mouse?
Just got out the grow room fondling some ladies.
And I haven't been out of sleep since fucking Thursday.
Somebody said
So,
it.
Monster, what you got going on in the garden?
What do I have going on in the garden? Well, actually, as of last week, a lot, man. I fucking, I mean, I'm sure all you guys know because I was freaking out every day for the last couple days. But I thought I had some bug problems, but it ended up turning out that my timer was off. Anytime you get something off or irregular in your garden, your fucking heart drops, your stomach, you know what I'm saying, goes in your throat, and you automatically think the worst. But it ended up turning out to be fucking one of the tabs on the timer was cutting the lights on about 4.5, almost 5 hours too early, and then cutting them off, another 30 minutes after that. So it was basically waking the plants up way too early. I wasn't getting any bud development. The plants were, in my mind, in like week 3.5 of flowering, and it was just crazy. So once I figured all of that out, I cut all of the plants back because they were grown up into the second trellis. So of course they're going to be way too over veg now. So I had to chop them all the way back. And yeah, today was actually day one of flowering all over again in that room. So shout out to the Trichome Chasers for helping me get that situation together because I was freaking out, man. I was freaking out.
I've been there, done that. That shit is not fun. You're like, oh, what the fuck? I'm like, dude, these are just stretching and stretching and stretching. They're not going into pre-bud. What the fuck's going on?
And he posted a picture of his timer with one little tick mark sticking out.
One little tick. Oh, that's such a bitch. You get like 12 and 12, and then like 5 hours later, it comes on for another 20 minutes. You're like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, man. Yep. That's exactly what happened. But so we got that room back on track now. We got that room back on track, and the other flower room that I built out a couple of months ago, we got the Malibu pies from Ocean Grown. We got like 21 or 22 of those, so I should have a pretty good number to find at least one or two good keeper phenos out of those 20 something seeds. And then also we have the Bay Bread genetics. We got the Deacon's Kush, the Berry Storm, and we also have Blue Cookies looking really, really good.
Nice.
Sweet.
Oh,
Yeah,
Monster.
Genetics is really rocking.
Monster, you might look into a digital timer. They actually have them with internal battery backups now. So if you can get them, if you can figure them out so they click off when you want, even if your power goes out, it'll keep your timer on the same schedule.
Yeah, I was gonna say that I hate those dotted timers because if your power goes out, the time is off on it. It's so many different things. My fingers are big. I'm always hitting the wrong tabs. I hate that shit. I would have to take my fingers and push down the right buttons.
Yeah, and make sure you get the big beefy timers, the one that you can actually plug onto both ends instead of the cheapy little Walmart ones that are like $3. You want like the $20 to $30 timers. You're trying to cut off and give a shitload of power. You don't want that little teeny tiny thing that you bought to catch on fire.
Yeah, that's why you want to get one that can handle the ampage. It's not about the size of it. Just make sure one that can handle the ampage that you're giving it.
Exactly.
Well, all right, we hit that 12:30 mark. So, SoCal, let's do this, brother.
Okay, well, before we start, two things. I'm probably going to screw this up because it's the first time I did it. So just be ready for that. And then the second thing, if you guys could help me track down the person who won, and I'll run the random number generator twice. So that way, if the first person didn't share the stream, then they're not going to win. The second person will. You know what I mean?
All right, so we need everybody to put their numbers in right now. I think Tony Baloney had 999, but we need there's 1 to 1,000, right?
No, it's starting right now. So share the stream and make sure you share that, and then put your number in right now, starting right now.
Starting right now. Everybody put their numbers in.
1 through 1,000.
Our names. Let me see. What's this dude's name? Damn, that shit going fast as hell.
Mouse. Well, I'm gonna stop it at the very beginning of it so I can just scroll straight down. So.
Damn it, man! It's a bunch of numbers. Look at the motherfuckers typing their ass off.
All right, cool. Yeah. So when we pick it, I can just start from right here and scroll down and find it. Ding, 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 ding,
Right.
ding, 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 ding,
Hell yeah.
ding.
Play purple. No play for purple.
No, even the panel can play. I mean, if somebody wants to accuse me of rigging it, do what you got to do. I'm.
And Lucky, man, you can't play. Lucky, you got lady boys over there, Lucky. You can't play, brother.
If Lucky wins, I ain't gonna send him the glasses. I'm gonna send him a mic, a mic.
Send his ass a chastity belt and some motherfucking phone.
Chastity belt. Oh shit.
Low key, brother, what's going on, man? I'm so glad you're on the team, man. How you
I'm
doing,
over
bro?
here just keeping quiet, man. Everybody got so much to say. I'm here. I'm listening. Trust me.
Nah, man.
You call on me. I'll be here.
This is a hangout, man. It's not that structured, man. I mean,
hey, so low key, man. So tell me, while everybody's doing this, low key, let's talk about the issue that you had in your garden, brother. What did you find out it was?
Oh man, the million issues. Like I had a million issues. So I was rebuilding my room, and I moved around a lot of things, and I did a lot of things. So it caused a lot. Can you guys hear me? I want to make sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. So I moved around things. It caused a lot of different things to happen. So my pH was off. Both of my pH pens was not calibrated properly. Then my air pump was sitting right next to my dehumidifier, well, above my dehumidifier, and pumping in that hot air every time it came on. What else, man? It was so many different things. When my nutrients were spoiled. Like I can't tell you what issue it was. I just scrapped everything. I completely just stopped using my pen and went and got my drops. I moved my air pump away from the hot air. I threw away the nutrients and went and got new bottles, and everything is back to normal. So whatever it was is gone. I'm happy.
I know that's right, man. I know that's right.
That's just
so me and you had a conversation earlier today, and I wish Wookie was on the panel because I wanted him to give, because it was a very good conversation. Me and Wookie had it earlier, and then me and you had a conversation. And since we're talking about strain choices and environments and everything, what I want to touch base on for new growers, while we're waiting for the numbers and waiting for SoCal, how important is it? And Wookie, while you're in the chat, man, answer the question while you're in the chat. How important is it for new growers to really pick, if you don't want to go too exotic, but to really pick a really good strain, to go with a really good, even if you're going to buy from like Ocean Grown, or you're going to buy from a really good seed person, a breeder, how important is that for a new grower?
In my opinion, it's very important because your strain is going to tell you a lot. So you might get a bunky strain and you think that you don't know what you're doing. And it might just be that you grew a bad plant, or that plant just had it took a lot more management or more skill than you might have had as a new grower. I would say read the reviews, man. I don't think anybody goes out of their way to write a review to write nonsense. So if you have enough reviews and enough information on something, I'd go with it. When I first started picking strains, I would go and see what won the Cannabis Cup. If you won a Cannabis Cup, I want to try to grow you. And most times you would only get the feminized version, but as a new grower, you grow feminized. You grow all these things. You try. You don't really try after you know what you're doing. You try when you don't know what you're doing.
Exactly.
Right. Hey, Wookie, go ahead and answer that in the chat for me, brother. I really, because, I had a difference of opinion, but after I thought about it, it took me a day or so. And Monster's always on me about this. That's why me and that dude, man, that's my brother right there. After I thought about it, I started out with bag seeds basically because I didn't know what I was doing. If I would have had it, plus I didn't know how to get those, the bomb seeds and go with the very good. I didn't know who the very good breeders was. I was doing all my reading up and information.
And a lot of us are afraid to order seeds offline.
Exactly, especially that, man. You're right about that. But after I thought about it, I was like, you know what? Wookie made some very good, solid points in his conversation with me about choosing, going with that. Maybe as a new grower, it would be, I'm never going to knock bad seeds. I will never knock them because the bag seeds that I grew, Yeah, it took me a minute to get what I want out of them, but I found those bomb that I felt was bomb. But when you choose a breeder that's really on top of their game, and that means you got 10 beans that's pretty much going to be that bomb shit. You know what I'm saying? So it took me a minute, and I realized it after I sat back and thought about what he said, and I was like, you know what? He did make some very good, solid points with that. So
could I throw a point in there?
Yeah, anytime.
Anybody who got a kid, right? You gonna get your kid their first car. Would you buy them a Benz for their first car?
Hell no, I'll buy them something to beat up because they're gonna beat the shit out of it.
It happens.
Depends on how responsible they are.
But it happens like that with genetics, and it's exactly what he said. It depends on how responsible you are. If you're somebody who knows you don't want to throw too much money into this, you just want to give it a try. I started with a bag seed. It was free. It came out of a bag. I didn't have to spend anything. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So if it's something you really want to do and you're devoted to it, you're going to take the time and energy to do what you're going to do, then go spend that money and get the proper genetics. But when you're just starting and you don't want to put much money up, you might have a CFL light. I wouldn't tell you to go spend $100 on seeds. You might just kill every single seed and then blame the breeder.
You could hit the lottery though, couldn't you? With a bag seed, like a sick ass strain, so it doesn't matter, right?
You could. The first strain that I got of a bag seed, it was great. I called her grandma, and I wish she was still around. I didn't know how to clone them.
Along with the
that's what I was, man. That's what I was. I was confident in myself because I'm just that type of person that's confident, But I said, you know what? Since I'm just starting, and I watched Callie Green was the first guy that I looked at, and so I'm like, since I just starting, I ain't gonna spend no money because I'm afraid I'm gonna fuck it up. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I started with back seeds. But now that I'm 2 years in, which I'm not ashamed of saying that I'm 2 years in, I done learned a lot. Fucking with Monster, fucking with a lot of guys, in on the team and everything. I'm more confident now.
By
even Monster tell you,
you should be spending your money to get some good genetics. At 2 years in, you're not a baby.
Oh yeah, I went from paying just 40, even though I found some really good shit out of $50.
Eagles a seed king.
Even though North Genetics, North Genetics got some really good shit, man, and that's $50.
I'm dying to get some North.
But I just spent like $80 on in-house seeds. About to spend $80 on. I've spent another $80 on Romer stuff, and that's what I said. After I thought about it, I was like, I after I thought about what Wookie said, I was like, he did make some very good points in what he was saying about that. Me personally, I was just afraid I'd fuck it up.
You sucked me in, bro.
That's what my point was, bro.
Here I am.
What's up, man?
You mind if I add something to it?
What's happening?
For the new growers, actually, I feel seeds are killer to start with, but you're going to get some plant experience. But if you have access to a clone of anything, start with that. It's already been grown. I
said that earlier.
Kind of already been around, definitely.
If you have access to it, please get a clone. Save yourself a lot of stress.
Definitely. And I mean,
there's nothing like that feeling of success. It'll make you want to do it again.
And exactly. I mean, even if you're running from a clone, like for instance, if you get a Blue Dream clone, you've smoked it before. It probably doesn't, just from the genetics, it doesn't really have a lot of problems, and it can handle stress, can handle a lot of different environments and shit. Grow something that's easy. Don't try to smack one out of the park your very, very first try. It's actually more about plant experience. There's nothing worse than getting something that's super, super, super crazy, unruly, that you can't control, that's having a lot of problems that you don't know how to control it or how to feed it or anything else. I mean, start with the basics. You got to learn how to walk before you run.
Yeah, can I say my very first grow was a bag seed. I thought I knew what I was doing right after that bag seed. I went and got a whole place, outfitted the whole place, lights everywhere, spent a good amount of money. I bought a bunch of feminized seeds, threw them in there, thought I didn't have to check them because they were feminized seeds, grew out my whole shit. Everything was good, scrogged out, could barely get into the back there. By the time it was time to harvest, all I had was a bunch of seeds.
Yep, you got a bunch of Hermes. You got 8 or a bunch of Hermes in there.
I don't know what happened, but I just abandoned the whole place. I just never went back.
That's when it comes to genetics. Like, there's an super old High Times story. It says, Jake bought some regular seeds. They came from a pack of males and females. He threw the male out, grew the female. The female, for some reason, went to seed. He got the seeds from that the next year. He grew the seeds out. They were bigger and better than the first crop. Then the next year after that, he grew them again. They were all fucking seeds. If you think of the kings and queens like Henry VIII and so on and so forth, they had to breed with their own family, so they're inbreeding. So if you take something that has no male, it's pollinating on itself, creating a feminized, old school feminized strain without using.
I mean, now I know this information, but as a new grower, you don't.
Let me tell you. Let me
get Wookie in on the conversation real quick.
Yeah, and then after Wookie, I want to get this giveaway going because this chat's getting long.
Yeah, let's get Wookie in on this conversation real quick, and then
fuck! If you gotta get your giveaway, bro, because that chat goes away, man.
Yeah, so, I got it pinned right here.
Handle that shit because that shit goes away.
Okay, so let's do that real quick.
Yeah.
All right. Yep.
I got random up. If you want me to pick a number for you, I can screen share it, or unless you got it already.
I got it right here.
They're gonna get something for free. They could wait a second.
Yeah, but that chat will go away, and then you pick that number, and the numbers are gone. So.
And this fucking thing needs to pop up. Come on, so I
Somebody
can screen
said
share.
TGA has solid genetics. There is some Hermes in there too, especially in their Doctor Who and there's a few that they have problems with. So you got to watch them. But still, if you get cut, you're good.
We're not going to bash any genetics on here. I mean, there's no need for that.
No, I'm not bashing. I mean, you get some there's some fire in there definitely, but you're just gonna have.
I think you're gonna have to run it because I click on my screen share and it doesn't want to pop up.
No problem, dude. I got you. I got your back. All right.
Sweet, thank you. All right, so since you guys shared everything, I mean, we're up to 98 viewers, almost doubled. So thanks to everybody out there.
Can you guys see my screen? Let me reload. This was from something earlier. So what's that? 1 in 1,000?
1 to 1,000.
All right, you guys see this, right?
We see you.
Yeah, we see.
Oh, you see me? Okay, hang on. Let me fix that then. Why is it?
It's different. I can put you up on the screen.
Hang on a second.
Show you just you.
Okay. Do you see my screen share?
Yep. Getting there. Yep.
All right, 1 to 1,000, right?
Wookie, I want to cut you off before you do it. I just want to throw in something real quick. So he's giving away a pair of glasses. I got a box of Pink 2.0 by Exotic Genetics. So if anybody comes in second place, they got an extra prize. So the first place winner gets to choose what they want.
Oh, there you go.
That's what's up. All
okay,
right.
and also Photon's giving away some Trichome Chaser stickers in with that as well.
That's what's up.
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
So we're drawing 2 numbers then, right?
Yeah, we're gonna draw 3.
Or is it second
No,
place?
you can draw one number. The second place gonna get that.
Oh, okay, word. Here we go. 1 number. Boom, 545.
545.
All right, hey Wookie, do one more. Do one more just in case that person didn't share.
Okay. Case 545 is fucking off. Do you want to give it to the next closest to 545, or do you want to just draw another number?
Yeah, I think we should give it to the next closest.
You should go next closest.
Sounds
yeah.
good. Works.
All right, that's cool.
I just
closest works.
So my chat doesn't go back that far, so you guys are gonna have to check it out.
I'm on it right here.
Next closest
All right,
works.
now while he's looking for that number, where was I? I was gonna say something.
We were talking about genetics.
Okay. Yes, we were talking about new growers and seeds and all that good stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me put it this way: if we're talking about a brand spanking new grower, just grow what you can get. Okay, if you can afford to go out and hawk $800, you know what I'm saying, on some good genetics or something that somebody recommends to you, that's great. But if it's a bag seed, if it's something you got, you know what I'm saying, in a nug from the dispensary, and you just want to, and that's what inspires you to try to grow, or if you get a clone or whatever it is, if it's an autoflower, I don't even care, bro. Grow. I mean, well, preferably not an autoflower because that's not going to teach you a whole lot. But grow and learn the plant. You know what I'm saying? Get a harvest under your belt. Do something. You know what I'm saying? That's fine. I have no problems with that whatsoever. Anybody that's growing this plant is fucking good with me, bro. I don't care how you're growing it. I don't care where you're growing it. You're good with me no matter what, man. However, what we were talking about, what legal is referring to, is what I was specifically the kind of the conversation, the way it was going, and what I had a little bit of a problem about was I was saying how I didn't like how, you know, some people, you see people on Instagram and you see people on, you know, and I'm not calling out anybody specifically. This is just a generic, you know, something that I've noticed, and I see it on YouTube, I see it all over the place. So when people are popping seeds, and they are popping seeds from any old fucking person that'll send them a fucking pack of seeds. I mean, they're popping seeds from anywhere, bro. All kinds of strains you've never even heard of, from straight seed companies you've never even heard of. And they're fucking complaining. This one's all herbied out. This one's fucking weird. This shit's wrong. Something's wrong with this one. These ones didn't pop. I got a fucking 12 pack. I got a 20 pack, and none of them fucking popped. What happened? Well, where'd you get the seeds? You know what I'm saying? I mean, where did the seeds come from? That's what I'm talking about. And the conversation was about how much is a pack of seeds worth. To me, a pack of seeds is worth a lot, bro. Because I don't know, we're not going to talk about whether you're making money off of it or what you're doing with it. Even if you're just smoking it, you know what I'm saying? The value you're going to get, or you could potentially have out of that pack of seeds, what's $10 a seed? You know what I'm saying?
What is $10?
You could generate thousands of dollars worth of cannabis for your own personal enjoyment. You know what I'm saying? Instead of buying it, you could have smoke for potentially, I mean, as long as you want. You know what I'm saying?
No,
as long
forever. Because you can
mom's healthy and you keep cloning it
forever.
That could be the only strain you smoke for the rest of your life potentially, or that could be the thing that, you know what I'm saying, when you got that genetic, you find that keeper that'll put you into the top ranks and fucking, you know what I'm saying, when you go commercial, you got the fucking, you know what I'm saying, you got the death bubba, you know what I'm saying?
Yo,
like your GML, you got the death bubba now, and that's it, and that's all you're fucking running. And that what's $100? You know what I'm saying? I'd pay more than $100 for a reliable seed source.
But yeah,
I know. I'm just saying though. I'm just using it as an example.
Yeah, no, that's my number one strain because I can't find anything that's better than that.
So to me, I mean, that's all the conversation was. I don't put a specific price on a pack of seeds saying, you know what, $100 is too much for a pack of seeds. Bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Not to me, and not to a lot of people, because I'm sketched out when I if I could find a good pack of seeds from a reliable company for $40-$50, that's great, and I'll take it. But whenever I see that price,
I was paying $120 for 5 feminized seeds and getting Hermes.
That's what I'm saying.
$100 for 10 and 10. Every company I've ever bought that say they send 10, I'll get 11, 12. I bought a pack of Pink 2.0 from a great company, Exotic Genetics. I popped 10 of the seeds. None of them popped. I contacted them. They sent me a brand new pack. Everything popped.
This company's supposed to do.
It happens. It happens, even from great companies. Like the seed wasn't created. The genetics of the plant wasn't created by them. They happened to find a mother and a father, and mix it and do a good job. But God did the original creation. So it's like you can't blame them for every single thing that happens to this plant.
For sure, yeah. But and with regards to that though, I mean, there's a lot of people out there, and there's a lot of companies out there that aren't looking for, that aren't sifting through thousands of seeds, all kinds of seed stock to find that perfect male and that perfect female and make something special. There's people out there that get a 10-pack from the same people me and you are getting them from. They pop that 10-pack, they pick a male, they pick a female, they throw them together. And
then they want to sell it.
And then they're selling them, and they're calling it whatever they want to call it. You know what I'm saying? And they're telling whoever, and they'll sell it to anybody that'll send them $40. You know what I'm saying? And to me, that's wrong. And to me, when I see, some seed companies that I've never heard of, or I see a pack of seeds for $30 or something like that, I just get suspicious.
You know
what
it is? It's not, honestly, let's be honest. It's really not the seed that you're paying for. You're paying for that person's time, if you feel like what they've done is worth it or not.
Yeah. Here's what it comes down to
they
for
haven't
me.
put enough work into it.
Yeah, and here's what it comes down to for me. It's not about what I feel like representing on YouTube. It's not about what I'm not here to say, yo, I'm growing ocean grown, or I got TGA in my garden. It's not about that for me, bro. What it's about for me is it's about I have a small space to grow in, and even if my space is large, I don't have time, and I don't have I don't got the money to be wasting nutrients on something that I don't know is going to be worth my time and money. You know what I'm saying?
Time is the most expensive.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if you're wasting, you go out and you spend $400 or $500 on your nutrient regime, but you won't spend $100 on a pack of seeds. You know what I'm saying? And when you're running those seeds that are unverified or something that you just don't really know, the company's not reputable, you just wasted all that money and nutrients and all that time and all that electricity for what?
Any grower, I can ask anyone that's on this panel tonight. I know every single one of you have spent hundreds of dollars on seeds. It happens. you'll buy a pack and still never get to pop it because you got so many things going on. Just I hoard seeds. That's how I'm able to give away a pack because I have a brand new pack sitting here. I hoard seeds.
To top that one off, go ahead, SoCal. What you got, man? You got the winner?
You know, I have no idea, man. We've been waiting so long. Everything disappeared. I can't find anything. So, I mean, if you guys can help me out here, I got Kurt Wazirk at 567. And I seen another guy who said that he had 555, Mr. McKay 2U, or Mr. Mac 2U. But then somebody just now recently said they had 555 also.
Yeah. No, it was a second person that said they had 555. They had 555. Trying to find them right now on the screen. It wasn't hold on.
Next time we do this, we're just gonna pick the winner like right away. He's get out.
Yeah, how many people in the chat right now?
James DeFuria.
It's like 114.
Do it over right now.
Yeah,
everybody
James
drop that number right now.
555. That's what I wrote down.
We should put a pin in this seed and genetic conversation and move that on to the Tuesday night. So we have another topic for Tuesday for seed junkies.
Hey, but I got James DeFuria for 555. That's what I got.
Triple nickel.
And you had him from way back in there, way back up there, legal?
As far back as I can go, yeah.
Okay. All
right. Let me just cap this off real quick, all right? Because I got to take off too. I just want to cap this off real quick. My recommendation, if it matters at all to anybody, take it with a grain of salt. Do what you got to do. But if you're gonna grow and you can't get a hold of anything, you're not comfortable ordering seeds, you don't have anybody to get them from, then grow what you can grow. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. However, if you're gonna grow and you want to grow dank and you're looking for a keeper, you know what I'm saying? Talk to other growers, find out who the reputable seed companies are, do some research for yourself, find out what the breeder's experience is, how long they've been breeding for, what other genetics they have, try them. You know what I'm saying? Try to find some smoke. Whatever you got to do, man. Talk to your friends. This community we have online is incredible. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to go far to reach out to somebody and find out what's good. And once you find out what's good, if it costs $100, if it costs you $100, it's worth it, man. Trust me, it is worth every penny. The genetics, to me, are the most important part of the grow, to me. I'm saying, so spend that money, man. Support these seed companies that are taking the time to do it right, man. That's my opinion.
And I mean,
SoCal, man, he tripping. So that, hey, it's important, bro. I got James Ferreira. I can't pronounce his last name, man, but he's 555. If you guys want to pick a second winner, Tony Baloney. I got Tony Baloney as a second winner.
And add on to what Wookie said about the genetics. Yeah, I mean, that $100 might be really worth it. I mean, for instance, look at Blue Dream. Look how long that shit's been around. Look how many clones have been sold out. Look how many cards have been just straight 99 of them bitches. How much money you think has literally just been made off just Blue Dream clones and smoke? I mean, that shit's been around for a while, and it's made I bet you it's made easily 100,000 pounds of weed. Easily.
Oh, yeah. We're going to bump that one out to the seed junkies right now. Go ahead, SoCal. I got James Superior, and then I got Tony Baloney as the two winners. SoCal?
Oh, sorry, couldn't find my mute button.
Hit them with an email so they could
Yeah. How you want them to answer to you, SoCal?
Go to my Instagram. Go to SoCal's. Well, I guess go to marleys420@gmail.com. MARLEYS420@gmail.com.
So congrats to Tony Baloney and congrats to James DeFuria for the winners of the Tirchome Chasers giveaway tonight, sponsored by SoCal, Photon Phantom Designs, and Low Key Grow.
Hell yeah, guys, it's dope. Good shit.
Hell yeah,
Wookie, man. Thanks for chiming in, Wookie, man. I know you're probably gonna get
just
it's all good, man.
Just to drop this real quick, I'm giving away $120 pack, so it ain't no bullshit.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's how we Tirchome Chasers do, man. That's how we do. What's up, man? So with that being said, hey, SoCal, you got the last topic, bro, for the night, man, and we out of here.
I got the last topic.
Yep, pick that one, whichever one you wanted to pick, man. Let's hit the panel and hit some questions in the chat.
Oh, so you're gonna put me on the spot. I gotta jump into my. I gotta find my list. You want me
Which
to pick
pill, red or green?
Yeah, pick whatever you want to talk about, brother.
All right, let's see what we got here. All right, let's just do something fun. Let's do just something. This is just something fun, just to close it out or whatever. Each person just talk about 3 things that you wish you would have told somebody, that somebody would have told you when you first started growing.
Ooh, that's a good one.
World's one shot. Go.
Who's gonna go first?
World's one shot. Get it.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Just the best you can. I know you're not getting any time to think about it. The last person's probably gonna have the best one.
For your very, very first grow, I think the absolute easiest way to go about it, if somebody would have told me, it would have been like, I kind of did, but it was easy to go off of. If literally somebody can hold your hand, knows what they're doing, if they can literally hold your hand your entire first grow, and you're in there watering when they water and de-leafing and doing whatever the hell they want to do, and just literally watch, but be there and know exactly what's going on your very first grow, you have experience and you're not guessing. 2, spend your money on a good light. Like, don't fuck around. If you're wanting to experiment, cool. You can build up however you want. If you're not looking to fuck around and you're looking to actually get product, you need to invest where you need to invest in the right parts. You need to invest in good light, and you need to make sure your room's proper. So, I mean, you can get a tent easy, but spend your money on your light and then have somebody that's experienced, if they can, walk you through it. Or don't try to grow off YouTube. Like, do a lot more research than just straight YouTube.
Ooh, I
Obviously,
disagree.
YouTube, there is a lot of info than there was 10 years ago. But then again, if you can have hands-on experience, that's the best thing for you.
Absolutely.
Don't grow one.
All right.
Two, grow. If you're growing a few, grow like 3 or 4. That way you got something to compare them to.
Okay. 3 things.
I've
3
got
things.
a quick response here.
Okay. I'm ready with my 3.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna say I can go to 2, whatever.
Let's let Legal pick. Everybody's got it.
Okay.
Yeah, Loki, you next. Grandmaster, you after Loki.
All right. So 3 things: be patient, keep a clone, and take notes.
There you go. Those are 3 good ones.
Oh yeah.
What you got, Grandmaster?
pH for the first one. Second one, hang dry. Third one, leaf strip.
There you go. They're all
That's what.
there's some good ones.
Photon, what you got, Photon?
I'm gonna go with what Loki said on keeping clones. Keep a clone of everything. With whoever said pH. Pretty much every time I've thought I had a deficiency or whatever, it was just a pH problem. So pH. And then the third one is take off all that shit on the bottom, man. You don't want that larf. It's a lot easier to take it off at the 2nd week of flower than it is the 6th week of flower when it's got some trichomes on it and you don't want to take it off, but just fucking lollipop them early. I mean, you don't have to call it lollipop and whatever, but trim that bottom shit.
Yeah, there's a lot of tutorials.
Cal, what you got, Cal?
Oh, couldn't find the mute button again. I have to say with whoever said notes. For me, I wish somebody would have told me to notes, because I remember, just having no idea what the hell I just did, and so that definitely take notes. I wish somebody would have told me a little bit, more to keep up on my my IPM, because when I first started grow, like my first indoor grow had, I was an outdoor grower. I brought some stuff inside. I had mites, powdery mildew. They had like mites. It looked like they were in a circus, on the tight wire. I mean, it was ridiculous. I just had so many of them. And then as far as a light, I wish somebody would have told me, or, helped me or whatever, get the size of light that I'm capable of cooling. So if I have a smaller fan, like a 4-inch fan or, something like that, maybe look to get in like a 600 watt HPS, or, and this is back when I was first growing, it wasn't LEDs and stuff. But yeah, wish somebody would have told me to get a light that I can actually cool, because I had a lot of heat problems.
Hi, guy. What you got, hi, guy? Oh, hi, guy.
That guy's too high, man.
That guy's high.
Yeah,
Okay, all right.
Monster.
I'm unmuted. I'm
there
back.
you go.
I'm
There
back.
you go.
You got him. He's writing down.
All right. So,
All right.
What was the question?
Three tips you could give to a brand new grower that
No. Three things that you wish somebody would have told you when you started growing. So, yeah. So, what did you screw up? Go ahead and tell us.
understanding efficacy versus wattage of light, because I wasted a couple grows just with a shitty LED light. A little bit more understanding of how to, because I started off growing with salt nutrients, so I got really confused, like when you're using multiple products, like I didn't understand electrical conductivity and all that shit, so I was mixing up super hot nutrient water, and I really couldn't find any help on it, and I don't know,
I've been
that's
there.
kind of why I switched over to organics, but maybe I was just stupid. And then 3, I don't know. I still count myself as a newer grower, so I guess I'll fill in the 3rd one in a little bit.
Yeah. Cool.
I'd like to add one is that when you're doing when you're using salt nutrients, like Hi Guy was just talking about, you don't have to add everything they recommend, like every feeding or whatever.
But wait. Before we go off on a tangent, did everybody finish?
Yeah, I think Legal needed to.
No, monster. We need triple OG, quadruple OG first.
I don't think Photon was going. I think he was just adding into what.
Yeah.
What Hi Guy was saying, which is cool.
Triple OG, quadruple OG. What you got, man?
I think he's muted too.
Man, I would have to say, bro. I mean, one important thing that I think Grandmaster touched on was hang drying. When I first started growing my own bud, I was wet trimming, and I think it was really kind of affecting the quality. And it could have just been because of my lack of experience in trimming at the time. But I found that when I started to, to dry trim or hang dry, my quality went up. Sorry about that. My quality went up a lot more. And another one I could say is definitely the importance of flushing. When I first started growing, I really didn't have the the technique down as far as like when to start flushing. I figured that you could just feed your plants a couple of freshwater feedings and then everything would be okay. But as I started learning a lot more about the importance of flushing, that was just kind of something that I had to learn on my own, just from harvesting and just not being happy with the product or whatever. But I really wish someone would have broke down to me the importance of flushing at the end. Man, that's one of the most important steps of growing. I think you spend so much time doing everything else, and then flushing, a lot of people kind of skip that part. But the last one I would have to say lollipopping. When I first started growing, I had a lot of small buds on the inside and just undeveloped stuff. And as I learned a little bit more and started to learn some new techniques about lollipopping and stuff, I really started to see my quality go up, just because of the energy going to the top of the plant and instead of going to the bottom of the plant. So those 3 things I would say I wish someone would have kind of told me in the beginning, and then I think I would have had some better harvest in the beginning.
Nice.
Yeah, I think my three definitely the biggest mistake I made, man, was that somebody had explained to me about before or after you add your newts. Dude, I was pH in my water and then add my newts to the fucking water, dog. So I was getting my water to like 6.5, then I'd add my newts, and I destroyed so much shit. So I really didn't have nobody explain that to me in the beginning. That's one. 2, somebody brought this up about the nutrients, about when the bottle says or the people that make the nutrient line, they say use this amount, that you actually if I wish somebody had been with me in the beginning, said no, try the quarter strength first, or half strength first, and then go. Man, I was going straight full strength. So then again, I fucked up a bunch of shit, and then I think the third one would be curing. I wish somebody had really walked me through curing when I first started, because I probably would have had a better smoke if I would have had a better understanding about the curing procedure, trimming and curing, because I won't wet trim anymore, even though that's really not that bad. Some people wet trim, some people dry trim, but my curing dry trim. So Yeah, those are the three things that I got, man.
Nice.
So with that, if we don't have any questions in the chat room, real quick, Grandmaster, if you want to, I'm gonna let you know what in the show with any comments you want to say. If we got any people in the chat that's got questions, go ahead and ask your questions now. We'll let Grandmaster hit up with some of these answers if you guys want to answer. To let him answer anything. Somebody said something about quarantine clones, so I'm gonna let Grandmaster. What do you think about quarantine clones, Grandmasters?
When they're first coming in, I've always liked to just dunk
like let's
them.
say you get a clone from somebody. What do you say?
Well, normally what I've done for years, if they were coming from somewhere else, I like to just have like a mixture of whatever type of pesticide I'm using and take the whole clone and dunk it.
Yep.
That's
now. How long do you do that for? Do you take a period of time?
Or sorry, say that again.
You quarantine them for a certain period of time? Because I think Lucky was asking that earlier. How long? Like if you dunk them, you still leave those off to the side before you introduce them to your garden for a certain period of time?
I'm not against that, but I never have any type of like my cycle is always the same, so I won't ever have like some plants ahead of the other plants. So like I don't have a continuous cycle going. So as soon as they're dunked, I bring them right in the room, and they'll just like when you have little tiny clones, if you have bugs, it's easy to get rid of them. And from my experience, at least at that stage. Now, if you had if you were bringing actual pots that have dirt where they could already have fungus gnats, I definitely like. I'm not against quarantine either. Like I think it's good. I'm against. Sorry, go.
All right, somebody wants to explain what dunk when you say dunk.
I quarantine all my all my clones that I get like from out of my garden in a little tote tray from like the hardware store, and a clear one with just an LED light on top, and I have a CO2 line that runs into it, and I fill it up with CO2 for like 3 hours a day, twice a day for like 5 days, and that'll kill anything that needs oxygen to live that's in there. I'm
glad you brought that up, man, because you brought that up in one of the chats we had, and I really didn't understand what you meant by that. So say that one more time. Explain it one more time what you mean about flooding the room with CO2.
I might have some pictures of this. So last fall or whatever, I got a really bad spider mite infestation, and I had to trash all my plants that were in flower and stuff, but I took clones off all of them, and I put them in like just a clear tote tray, or I guess a clone dome or whatever. I just ran a line of CO2 in there, and so it was like 80 to 100% CO2 in there for 3 hours a day, or for 3 hours at a time, twice a day for 5 days, and that fucking killed all of them. Like I haven't seen a bug in almost a year.
That's what's up. That's what's up. I remember you saying that, man. I always meant to ask you what you meant by that.
I've seen it. I've seen it on forums and stuff mentioned like 20,000 parts per million, or 30,000. No, it needs to be like 80,000, like 80 or 800,000, like 80% CO2, or above to really like kill everything in there.
That's what's up.
It's dangerous for humans. Let me disclaimer that. Don't fucking kill yourself by lack of oxygen.
That was the first time I heard about pumping the room with CO2, and it makes sense. It really does make sense.
Yeah,
it really does make sense. So that was.
I also blasted open a can, 50-pound can, in each one of my 4x8 tents after I bug bombed them, like make sure.
All right, that's cool. That's what's up. So
you can also clone your clone and treat your clone, like dip your whole entire clone in your treating solution of your like neem or whatever you're trying to treat them with, and just straight up clone them. That way you're not bringing in the soil or whatever's on the blocks, and you're covering the entire cutting. So, but I still like to isolate it for a week. I just go to work for like 10 days. It's pretty much like if anything else happened in my room. I don't even fuck around. I see one bug, I'm like, the whole fucking place is infested. I'm going to war.
I know that's right, man. I know that's right.
That's it.
That's what's up. So, if anybody since I don't really see any more questions in the chat, I really want to give a shout out to the chat. We got 111 people watching right now.
Nice.
I ain't too happy about the thumbs up because we only got 80 thumbs up with 111 people watching. So y'all shorted
That's pretty good.
Thumbs up.
Yeah, right. That is pretty good though.
Like SoCal said, we still at 75%. That's what's up.
Yeah, that's more close to 85 there. So
I think that the
Shit.
most steps, I was just going to say, I think that the more steps you can take to disinfect and like your clones and make sure that they're super clean and no bugs, the better. Like, so I totally like the CO2 thing, but it's not realistic for me in my situation. But
yeah, it's not realistic for enormous grows for sure. Like a 4x8 10, I think would be like the biggest you could realistically do with that.
I agree with you guys, man, because like you guys know, I just got hit with it. So I'm like, shit, man. I was going ham on that shit. I was hitting it with every fucking thing I could fucking find. Because, you think about the life cycle of it, every 2 to 3 days, something is happening in that life cycle of that mite. So, you're hitting it with everything. So, man, I was hitting it with everything. I can tell you what, I had one plant that made it out of it, other than what I cut, other than the cuttings I made. I got a sour diesel, man, that's still in the tent, bro, and it is like still growing. I mean, that is like, but I'm still hitting it with, my IPMs. And Monster tell you he used to bitch at me all the time about using my IPMs, but I was like, I'm hard headed. I'm a Taurus, dog, and it was like problem. So I was like, why do I need to do it? Well, shit, guess what? I needed to do it. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, but I'm full.
I was going to say one thing real quick for GML. God forbid, bro. I'm just throwing this shit out there. Not saying that you fucking ever have to do this shit, but just in case, just so you can have this shit like in the back of your head, because you only got like 1 or 2 strains, so this would be really fucking easy for you to do, bro. Like I said, God forbid you ever got an infestation or something like that. You could always just take your mother plant and then put that plant in a tent and then, use the CO2 treatment instead of, having to release it.
Oh, yeah. I've had to deal with it, but I have it at so many places. You know what I mean? So it's not really an issue. But yeah, I have to deal with bugs all the time, man. Like usually when I start, if I bring them in, I start off with bugs. It sucks. Like I can't wait till as soon as I have some more construction done where each place can be completely self-sufficient,
Most definitely.
That's what's up. And like I said, man, I don't see many more questions out there. I want to give a shout out to Grow Mouth for showing up, in our live stream night, rocking in the chat, answering questions. He's out there fraternizing with women and shit like that, which is funny. Thanks for that shout out you gave.
And man, I saw him, and man too. Come on, you mouse.
He out there with the lady boys, him and Lucky. But I just want to give a shout out to Grow Mouth, man, for giving us a shout out on this live stream, man. We really appreciate that. Absolutely. And showing us some love. I did have to use my moderating skills just one time. I want to give a shout out to he know who it was, but we're trying to do some really things in the community right now to bring a lot of us together. You know what I'm saying? It's our live stream, SoCal's live stream, Dago's live stream, and like Wookie said, we Trichome chasers, and we don't want to be a part of the negativity stuff that go around. So we want to try to keep it love for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So we want to make that known. So it.
Oh man.
Oh, I lose him. Right when he's gonna get to the meat and potatoes, always.
We got nothing but love for your chat room.
Yeah, definitely.
Again, because there we go. They're about to cut us off.
I was gonna say we're about to. The stream's not gonna stop until it comes back.
Internet connection was lost. I was like, oh, ain't that some bullshit? So yeah. But like I was saying, so I'll let everybody in the panel say they goodbyes and everything, and
hell yeah.
Yeah, man, definitely shout out to the chat for coming through and participating in all the giveaways and stuff. Shout out to all the panelists tonight. Shout out to Legal for holding it down. You know what I'm saying? Real quick, I just want to let everybody know that we're going to have some more giveaways. So make sure that you're subscribed up and you don't miss out on any of the giveaways coming up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, lots of good topics coming up too to go with those giveaways. I mean, we got, it's tough to find topics and stuff like that, but I got a pretty good source where we can just start, going over them with everybody, and if everybody agrees with them, they'll be there.
Cool.
Well, y'all that's out there in the chat, man, if you guys have something that you want us to talk about, leave it in the comments on this live stream. the live stream and see what type of comments. And if it's something that we haven't gone over before, or even if we have gone on before, maybe we'll touch base on it in like one of our other live streams. But yeah, you know, this isn't just us, man. Like Monster said when he first started the Tirchome chasing that, this is for us. And that meaning everybody. So, you know, drop your comments in there, man. You got something you want us to talk about.
Absolutely. Yeah, and like Woody said, next week we're giving away High Guy. So I think Monster will handle the shipping on that since he's the founder.
We're gonna put him in a pink with some flip flops.
No, we're gonna put him in a no-till recycled cardboard box.
We gotta quarantine him first, bro.
Yeah, we gotta pump him with CO2. So.
Hey, shout out to Michelle Simpson. I think she's the only female grower that we got out there in the panel in the chat room right now. You know, shout out to her. Hey, and
cool.
Yeah, that's what's up. Shell Simpson.
Very cool.
Shell
down every day. She been here every live stream. She been here with us.
Real quick before we cut off, I just want to thank everybody for coming. Appreciate it. For the new growers, please keep a clone. Be patient. Don't just look at it and think nothing's happening. Just be patient, and you know, keep some notes. It'll help you a lot if you know what you did yesterday.
And make sure y'all subscribe to Low Key Grows YouTube channel, man, because he's got some heat coming, man.
Appreciate that.
I was getting ready to say the same thing, man. And matter of fact, hit him up on
questions
too, man.
Yeah,
Follow
if you
him
got
on
any
Instagram.
questions, guys, just hit me with a DM, man. I answer any and anybody. Like, you got a question you need to answer, you can't find nobody, shoot me a DM.
And as you guys see, man, we got some people in here, man. There's some really good DIY fellas, and Low Key Grow, he one of them, man. So like he said, hit him up.
Yeah, definitely. Anybody has any questions about anything, lights, nutrients, feeds, plants, anything in general, everybody on the panel is very knowledgeable. You can get a hold of just about anybody through YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, dude, a lot of media outlets. If you guys need any help with anything, don't be afraid to holler.
Yeah, I'm mostly on Instagram, and I'm probably only going to answer questions about lights, but because everybody else here is more knowledgeable than me about fucking nutrients and shit. But you got any LED questions? I'm over here.
Go and look at Photon's website, man. He working on that website. Everybody look him up, man.
I do kind of want to throw this out there because it's kind of weird to stretch it into a whole episode. I mean, we could, but I don't know why. I'm just really interested in like grow, like the old grow light conversion, like old LED grow light conversions. Because I just feel like a lot of people, you know, once they find out about cobs and, you know, DIY cobbing it up, they're like, man, fuck this thing. And they, you know, either sell it or throw it away. I mean, I don't know, but you know, I converted mine super easy. So if anybody out there is interested, if you've got like an old Viper Spectra, UFO LED or whatever, you know, Photon's got the knowledge, but you know, hit me up.
A couple people hit me up about like retrofitting some Mars fixtures. So
yeah, it's super easy. It'll be cheaper than pricing out an entire build, and it'll just already be towards like your next build. So
yeah.
And then it's, you know,
with Photon, I got some Mars coming your way, brother. I got some Mars coming your way.
Yeah, honestly, just take the board out and let me know the dimensions of the board and what the power supplies say, amperage and voltage.
Yeah, it's one of those things that's so simple that it's like a screwdriver, and then it can be done with solderless connectors, you know, like Wagos and stuff. And at worst case scenario, with like a really cheap LED, you'd have to solder. But I mean, the user friendliness is there now. That I mean, you know, soldering has a learning curve, you know, but you know, like the Vero 29s, the new ones, they have just push-in wire connectors. So it's, you know, completely, you know, intuitive for that person who has, you know, no idea what they're doing when it comes to soldering, which, you know, can be very good for your health and safety, essentially.
Yeah, I burn myself more than I'd like to admit soldering.
Well, man, still
but yeah, so super easy. Feel free to hit me up.
Bubman's still waiting on his fanny packs, monster. We gotta get them fanny packs out to him. All right.
They're coming.
Hey, well, that's gonna be it for the Trichome Chasers Life Growers live stream, man. Number 22. Like I said, you guys got any questions? Drop them in the comment section, and we're gonna say goodnight to everybody. Thanks for being with us. 6-hour show like you guys might be used to, but your boy got to get some sleep. So is hitting that end button, and shout out to everybody, man. Good night.
There you go.
Have a good one.